Hello, this is Michael McNaughton, and today I'd like to tell you a little bit about a new programming language I'm learning called Dart. Dart is an open source web language developed by Google, unveiled at the end of 2011. As you can see, it has its own editor. It's an IDE actually, and in it, when you open a package, it contains files that are quite familiar to us. CSS files, HTML files. Dart is a class-based, optionally typed programming language for building web applications or command line applications, and it compiles to modern JavaScript, so it'll run on any browser. And it also runs on the client. In this case, the client is the Chromium browser that has been converted for the Dart IDE to the Dartium browser. As you can see, Dart has its own software development kit. There are three primary ways to run Dart code. One is in the Dart SDK, which is essentially a standalone virtual machine. Here we have the YAML file that can set the basics for the web app, the name and whatnot. We can also run it in the Dartium browser, simply clicking on Run. This will open the bastardized versions of a Chromium browser in the local host, and here we have the actual application that I built, which is grabbing a JSON pair, a name, and then a descriptor afterwards. We could also take a look at the JavaScript by publishing it, actually building this as a compiled JavaScript. Simply go to Tools, Build, and you'll see that the build is starting to happen automatically. This will create web files that we can then upload to a server. Now, it's necessary to build a web server in Dart that can serve these static files, those that don't have dynamic content. And then that server can respond to HTTP requests for the web app pages. We'll also need a host. I chose Heroku hosting service for this particular project. It's got a free tier and it's fairly simple to use. As you can see, there's an analyzer as well as a verbose output for both problems and progress as the files build. Now we're going to run this as a JavaScript. This will actually launch the page. We're back in the local host. So there you have it. We have the application running in the virtual machine on the Dartium browser and as compiled JavaScript on the Chrome browser. The final goal of the Dart project is to have a browser, a client, that will actually compile and run code as you type it. This will really revolutionize our idea of integrated development environments and get us to a place here in the next year or so where continuous integrated development is truly a reality.